Sorry, guys. Don't have the mic in here. Okay, as soon as I set it back in the case, it started working. Crazy. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Whoo-wee. Now, I think I'll use this. Okay, hopefully you all can hear me. Let me know by the time I pull this up on my phone. Just let me know if you can hear me. Whew, it's been a long day. I want to turn off these notifications. You've decided to come in here, huh? Okay. Oh, and I'm hot because of all the trouble. Okay. Make sure this volume is down. Whew, it's a lot on this desk today. I have been working with the Janome sewing machine. I've been sewing on it the last few days, so I still got Bernina stuff hanging around. Let's see. And we want to skip all of that. And I forgot to come in here and check the power. So yeah, we've got stuff everywhere. So this is what I'm going to be hooking onto the machine, but I got to set it up. This is some of the other stuff I've been sewing. So let me see who's in the chat. And I came in here and did not bring the November birthday list. So I'm going to have to do it next week. I forgot. Okay. I have been gone from home all day. And so I came home, got the live scheduled, and then got me something to eat. And then I've been trying to work on figuring out how to get the embroidery files to transfer. I finally figured it out, but it was a minute. So let me see who's in the chat, and we'll come back to that. Let's see. We've got Helena Carter. Welcome to the chat. Vivian Calvi, Sin Forest, Melinda C, Zandra Odom, Bonita Nance, Tinanyi Edwards, Darcy Savali, Remo JS. I'm hoping I'm seeing all the comments. It's still saying top. Oh, okay. It says all messages. Okay. Iris Cell Lady is here. Clovis Gardner. June Hanson. Happy birthday to the November babies. Suzette Peterkin Denton. We're going to have to do it on another day, guys. I got so busy I forgot to pull them. This machine got me all discombobulated because I'm not used to it yet. So let's see, Dorothy Battle saying her rent is paid. Thank you. That means she has hit the thumbs up button. Have you? If not, please hit the thumbs up button for me. I would really, really appreciate it. And I am apparently not seeing all the messages. Dee Branson, Michelle the Quilter, Claudette Hall, Sandy Agger, Celeste, Francis Jackson, Ray Mahone, Sheila Willis, Brenda Foley, Judy Smith. So it's not showing me all the messages, guys. Diane McCoy, Deborah Sims Brown. I think I said Iris Sale Lady. Betsy Layton says she can hear. Thank you. Janice Miller, Phyllis G. She's in Atlanta now. Thank you to the people that was helping with the sound check. I don't know why these earlier messages did not come in. But we have everything up there. But I don't have Darcy's thing about if you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications. Also join us over on the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer those 4 questions so that you can gain admission into that group. And then you can share your projects over there with us as well. I haven't seen Sue in here yet. She could have posted up earlier where it's not showing on my screen. Minnie Doula's in here. Sue says she gets an internet upgrade tomorrow. I see it now at the bottom, but I don't see the days to retreat. Bonita's working on her pineapple quilt. Alright, so I was supposed to be in here doing November birthday shout outs, but that's on my desktop. And so I don't have that here with me, so I guess we will not be doing that tonight. So if anyone has a birthday in November and you want me to do birthday shout out, put it in the send me an email to t@teaquilts.com, and then I will do it on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Okay, and I'm sorry for anybody that's birthday is this week or in the past 5 days and you're going to miss out tonight. I'm so sorry. But I don't have the list, so there's nothing that I can do about that. Let's see. Joy Creations. I guess I could go take a picture of my desktop screen. But then I'm going to leave. It's only an hour tonight. What was the other thing? Just talk about... I did some embroidery on the Janome. Now, as far as the machine itself is concerned, it is the quickest machine. If you pull a design up it is the quickest to just embroider. You just basically pull the design up, and then you can literally start embroidering. However, I have not read every word in the book, but I didn't see it like specifically highlighted that I had to have the my flash drive needs to be put into the machine ahead of time so that it can make a folder that it's going to read the files that I want to stitch out, like the ones that are not in this machine. And so I had just put it it's in the JEF. It's the format, because I haven't heard anybody in any videos talk about that either. What file format? So it's JEF it's the Janome file format. And so I just put the file into the JEF format and just dropped it out at my local C drive. Well, I come in here and put it into the machine. It's trying to pull up a particular folder, and that folder was not on here. So that was one of the reasons why I was a few minutes late getting on here, because I had to figure all of that out. And I didn't realize I had it on my flash. I felt like I was ready. And then something said about 5 minutes till, like, put that thing in there and see if you can pull that file up. Well, I couldn't. So I had to go back to the desktop machine. I made a folder on my own, and then I also left it at the C drive. And then I found the folder that they had created when I put it in the first time. And so then I put it into that folder too, just to make sure. And I think that folder is where it's reading from. So it's all a little bit different. It's all a little bit different and different learning. And I looked in the book at machine embroidery, and I didn't see anything in particular with that, because they were basically just having you like if save onto a flash drive stuff that you had like merged together, like you created something and then you wanted to save it so that you were going to do it say 5 times and you didn't want to have to put it together every time. So yeah, I guess when you put that in, it automatically formats what Janome needs or this machine needs. I don't know if all machines are like that, but this machine needs it to be in a particular folder. So I'm glad I figured that out within 5 minutes or maybe 7, because I might have been late getting on here. And then once something like that goes wrong, everything starts to go wrong. I don't know how my audio on my mic was turned off, although the audio on my mic was on. And so I've learned, if I'm futzing with it too long, just to drop it all back into the charging case and it'll recalibrate itself. So that's kind of what I did. But let's see who else has come in here. I think I said C Joy. Holly Duvall came in. And Bonita says, you should have called me. Girl, I was trying to figure it out. And I got it done. So I'm glad I got it done. Got it figured out. So, as far as machine embroidery, how quick can you start machine embroidery? Just pulling up your file, dropping your once you have the correct items on your machine, which I do not, dropping your feed dogs, having the right thread, and pressing the go button. Really, it's just press the go button. So it's fast. The fastest one. It's even faster than baby lock, and I'm sure brother runs about the same. Hold on, before I put this on, I need to get out all the stuff I need for machine embroidery. I gotta switch everything, so I haven't done any of that. Even a bobbin. And I did wind a whole bobbin, and I have been stitching on here, and I'm going to talk about that, but I just wanted to get the machine going first. So let's see, I do have to scoop this out because I got to press this lever to get that up. Yeah, everything gets changed out. So I'm just going to put everything that I'm taking out over there. Put in the embroidery case. And this is the embroidery foot. And the embroidery plate. So let's do this. Okay, put that on, drop this foot, put it over here. So that's all the stuff I got to put back. I'm not going to change needles, just going to go for it with the current needle and then thread this machine. Alright, and then the cover back on here. And the last thing I gotta do is change the foot. So, it took away my, it took away, just stop. It keeps taking away the chat. Hi, Joe Cormel Perkins. Rhonda Barlow, hello. Rhonda, do you realize that an email that you sent me, I just now seen it? I don't know if it like put it into my thing late, but I was looking every day for emails and nothing was there. I don't know why. Oh, I do need that all the way off. So I can't remember if I've mailed your package or not, but if not, I'll be getting it in the mail. Okay, so now we got the right foot. I just like to make sure, yep, before I hit, start. But I almost used the whole bobbin, so it's almost empty over here. So I'm going to have to wind bobbins if I'm not using pre-wound bobbins for my quilting. Okay, I'm just going to put this, put that over there too. So I've got my fabric already, I think I have everything done. It's a lot of steps, y'all. Woo. Unlock this way and then lock. Nice thing is I don't have to take it out. How many stitches is this? 19,000. So I'm gonna tear off this stabilizer. And use a couple more layers. So I'm just going to use this piece, fold it in half. So if you have a lot of embroidery design, like a lot of stitches in your embroidery design, you should not I wanted to get this moved to the first stitch so I can place this stabilizer under here. You should be using more than one piece of stabilizer, basically, is what I'm getting at. So I'm taking off my other thread. Here, I've just been using this Orfeel spool. I normally wind my bobbins with Orfeel, but I've just been sewing with it on this machine, knowing that I'm going to be putting it up soon. For some reason, it looks darker in here with this camera. I'm still using my old iPad because I think I dropped my other one back there and I never did go around there and get it. And I can't get it from over here. Purple and blue and black are the colors. I'm trying to make a label for the t-shirt quilt. So I'm trying to use a lighter color purple or lighter color blue, something that's going to be seen on this part. So this can be my text. That's really good. And I can take this purple here and use it. All right, this is my small. Oh, that's the small one. I need the larger one. And I did use a pre-wound bobbin for this. That I did do. Whoops. I gotta get this on here. So this machine is not near as heavy as the Lissimo, which is over 40 pounds. My Bernina is over 40 pounds. I don't know how many pounds this is, but I would say like 25 to 30. So it's lighter. That's why I'm going to use it as my retreat machine from now on. So I said, once I got off the live, I was about to pull it out of here. And then something say, girl, you better go sew on that thing so you can know before you get to retreat all the intricate little details. So that's what I did. I've been doing some sewing. I actually sewed, I moved this into the my needle threader is hitting the hoop because I moved it to the one position. So I'm just going to manually thread this. It's not going to kill me one time. Put this underneath so I can grab a hold of it. Put that down. All right, this is going to be my text. This will be my next color. Hi. Tracy is in here. Rhonda says that would explain why I haven't received my book. No worries. It was like I was looking for it for like weeks. And then all of a sudden I was going through deleting old emails and I saw an email from you. And I had even searched your name when I was mailing them out because every package that I did, I searched the name. But for some reason, no emails showed up. So, yeah. Hopefully I can get that out tomorrow. I don't know. It's such a busy week. I'm going to talk about that. I'm hoping that I can still get it out tomorrow. Even if I can't get it to the post office, then my husband, hopefully he can get it to the post office. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure everything on here is okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit this start button. It scares me. Now, I'm talking about it scares me. It's just because I'm not used to this machine and used to the noises. So that's why it scares me. That's the only reason. This machine is going to be loud. I just want to talk about it a little bit. As I said, number one thing is that it does get up and running in machine embroidery. You just basically pull in your embroidery design. If you're not doing any editing, you don't even have to hit OK or anything like that. You just start stitching. So it's just press go. On the baby lock, you have to pull up your file, and then you have to say okay or something to bring it in, and then you have to hit sewing button in order to start sewing because it brings you in editing mode. Whereas on here, you can go into editing mode if you need. So I do like that. I thought that was pretty cool. To me, it sold slower than any other embroidery machine I got. However, my other embroidery machines were at one time top of the line in their series. And this Janome Memory Craft 9850 is not top in its class. So I can fully understand why it's so slow. I think it sews, the fastest speed is like 800 stitches per minute, and it does show that in machine embroidery. Now even when I'm piecing, because I ended up I told you all I had to do a border on top and bottom of the t-shirt quilt, so I sewed that, as well as I sewed the borders onto my happy place. So I added 2 borders onto that quilt, and I had to piece one of the borders because I had cut just 2.5-inch strips, about 8 of them. So I had to piece all of those, and then I had to sew those 2 borders onto my happy place. And I also sewed the binding is made for this quilt, and so I did quite a bit of sewing. And like I told you all, I almost used the whole bobbin for the sewing that I did. The sewing takes the machine takes a class 15 bobbin. I wound it with Masterpiece because that's what I had over here at the time, and so I just wound it with Masterpiece. I normally wind with Orfeel, so I don't know if I'll get more, but I still feel like if I had been sewing on that Juki, which to me the bobbins are small for an industrial sewing machine, I felt like I sewed a long time considering all the sewing I did coming off of that Juki. Now, But the stitching quality on here is really good. And I did do one of the designs inside. Let me just tear off some of this so the white isn't what you're looking at. I just used one piece of tearaway for my test. So this design was in the machine and it stitched out very well. So this, what I'm stitching now, is a design, a label. I'm doing a label for the t-shirt quilt so that I can stitch it to the back before I quilt it. And so I have not pressed this fabric. I did not press anything even before stitching. But I feel like the stitch out was really good on the screen. The screen is smaller, so it looked like all of these were touching together, but they're not. So what you see on the screen is not absolutely what you're going to get when it stitches out. Not that I had a problem with the stitch out. I actually like the stitch out. I even put metallic. This here is gold metallic thread because I wanted to test it machine embroidering with metallic thread. Had no issues with that. And I do use two types of metallic thread. I use Superior Threads gold. I got gold metallic of that one. And then I have, what is that other brand? I ordered it off of from Dime Designs and Machine Embroidery. I don't think this is it. Let me see. Yes, it is. King Star embroidery thread. I thought that was a different brand. So a lot of times thread will break a lot on machine embroidery with metallic thread. So I was really happy with that. So overall, I'm really happy with the quilt. I mean, with this, you know, I pieced on it, not quilted. I've pieced on it. And with the machine embroidery, it's slower, but again, it's not the top of the line of the machine sewing machine series like the others are. So yeah, I was going to think about changing the thread, but I'm just going to make all the text blue. I'm not doing anything fancy. I want this coming off underneath, not over. I don't know if it matters. I'm just used to putting my thread where it comes off under instead of over. Don't know if it makes a difference, but that's what we're doing. And then we should be able to use the needle threader this time, hopefully. Okay. Gotta get you in there. I find if I put the needle, the presser foot down, it gives it a little bit more room. Tends to work better. And then I always like to start with my thread underneath so I'm not chasing it. So I can hold it. Lower the presser foot. Yes, yes. Just want to cut this. Don't want threads tangling all around it. So let me see if anybody had any other questions. Let me go back and just make sure I didn't have any questions or comments about the machine. Hey Sharon Lewis, have fun on your vacation. Okay, thank you Celeste. Celeste Googled it and said that Google says it's 23 pounds. I know that when I picked it up, I told Celeste, I said, this right here the reason to buy this machine, because it's not heavy like the other ones that I have. So, oh Lord, it is gonna do some stitching over. I got it set to cut the threads, and I didn't realize it was gonna leave these big thread tails. I don't have that on my baby lock, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleanup of these stitches. And I don't want to be sticking stuff in there while it's machine embroidering, okay? So we'll just cut threads, okay? I've been curious about the metallic thread. That's highly very interesting. Yes, there are, like, there. If you got old metallic thread, just toss it or use it as a decorative in some top stuff where you're just stitching over the top of it, but don't put it through your needle. You're not gonna like that. You might can use it in bobbin for couching on top of something, but I don't recommend any old metallic threads going through your needle. We had to use I don't even remember what the seam sealant is, because I stopped using all of that stuff when I had a problem with my machine ones, and my tension disc was screwed up because of sewing with invisible thread. So I haven't used invisible thread in years, and I hear that there's better invisible thread, but I just have not put it through my needle. I have not done it. So let's see who else is in here. Are we having Zoom Sunday? I thought we did Zoom on second Sunday for Scrap Club. Am I wrong? Is it second Sunday? This would be first Sunday, right? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong. The 31st was last Friday. I'm wrong. I am wrong. Yes, we are having Zoom, I guess. Woo, this weekend getting even busier. Good Lord. Thank you, Remo. I'm thinking it's first Sunday. Goodness gracious. So we are having Zoom on Sunday. And then, and saying this is good information. Thank you. Yes. I love the machine for what it is, the price point. I think if you're buying this brand new, less than 3,000 or in that neighborhood, 3,000, let's just say 3,000, I don't know. This machine brand new was $8,000. Bernina 770 new, I think it was 7 something or 8 too, right? I can't remember now. It's been a while, and I didn't buy it new. I bought it used from somebody else that bought it new. Claudette says, Miss T, do you slow down the speed for metallic thread? On my test, I did not, because I wanted to see what it would do. If I was doing an actual something with it, even though it's stitched out perfect here, if you're not sure of your metallic threads, I would most definitely slow it down. And then remember, again, this machine only stitches 800 stitches per minute, which seems like a lot, but when you're used to embroidering at high speed, it's not a lot. And so it's already slowed down, in my opinion. So that's why I did not slow it down. So that's a great question, Claudette. Joe Cormel says she's finally off and able to join Zoom. So that's good. So Ken has it for 1,500. Claudette said, is that brand new? Make sure that it's brand new and not refurbished, because I thought I seen, I want to say like 2,200, something like that. If you go to Janome, let me look. I'm going to lose my chat and everything else because I don't come out of there, okay? But let me check, because I don't want to tell somebody. And the reason why I'm looking on Janome's site, because if you're not near Ken, I definitely would recommend you buy this machine from a dealer, a Janome dealer. Because if you was here watching me Saturday, I had never sold on this any memory craft of Janome's, and it was hard to find, okay? And then on Janome's site, which is so weird, they have the 9850 listed, and then they also have the limited edition. Now, I don't know what's the difference between the limited edition and the Memory Craft 9850, because right here I have a special edition, and the only thing that was different with the special edition was it came with both hoops. So yeah, I don't know. In the limited edition, instead of being purple on the screen, it's white. So I don't know what's up with that. That's the only thing that I can see, but I'm not going to go in and check line by line. So it's not giving me, I thought they had on here. Oh, see, it is $2,500. On Janome's site, the suggested retail price is $24.99, which is $2,500. So I just want you all to be aware that, to me, my opinion is I would buy this from a dealer, because if you haven't sold on Janome machines and know the quirks about it, like all the steps I had to do to go just to get to sew a 1/4 inch seam, that's real important as a quilter. And the book isn't very clear to me, because I did what the book told me to do, but it didn't do much, okay? So it was Benita that got me sewing. So you need somebody that can get you going with this machine. So I would not buy this machine from Ken's if you're not close to Ken's. So let me go back into the chat. And I don't know what Claudette's yes is for, because I asked if it was a refurbished machine. So I don't know what that means. If it's a new, used, or a refurbished machine, I don't know. So, because taking a whole $1,000 off of the suggested retail price seems like a lot to me on a low. That's over a third off. So I'm confused. Yes, it's a new machine. Okay. So I was just checking. Rethread. I had a thread break somewhere. Okay. It's telling me to rethread and restart. I didn't have that problem. I did 2 test pieces, but I did the first one without any fabric. So let me see if I can just... I want to cut the bobbin thread. So I'm cutting everything. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of threads to clip. I'm going to have to go in and reset the thread cut button on this. And I guess I need to back up a few stitches. And I'm not using the, I'm just touching the screen. I'm going to go back about 10 stitches. Maybe I will use it. It's right over here in the corner. Okay, I just want to go back a few stitches so I know I got everything caught. All right. Put this back in here. Let's see where I left off. So thank you, Claudette, because that's real good to know. Yolanda Reza is here saying her rent is paid too. The Janome website is always higher, but if you buy from a dealer, it's cheaper. Yeah, I know that the suggested retail price is always going to be lower, or it should be lower when you go to a dealer. However, you're going to pay more than, in most places, you're going to pay more than $1,500. I can't see everybody selling it for that. I think Ken's must sell a lot of machines, and so then they're able to do that. However, they're shipping a lot of that, and when you ship that, your local dealers are not going to give you free classes and stuff. So you got to remember that when you go to your local dealers and you want to buy a machine and you see it online. Now, I have gone to my local dealer, shown them an online thing, and then they gave me the online price for it, and they gave me classes, and they weren't happy about it, but they wanted to not have the money go out to the other place. So they did it, but they weren't happy about it. So yeah, just because they have it the cheapest doesn't mean that's absolutely where you need to buy it. And I'm telling you, I have sewn on Singer, Baby Lock, Bernina, Foff, and now Janome, and I couldn't figure out what the 1/4 inch, and sitting here in front of you all on my own without Benita telling me. And I even went in the book, and the book never told me. I don't know where the icon, like they have a thing describing icons, but then when you want to do something, they're just assuming that you know where you want to go. And I went to the section to tell me how to do a patchwork scene, and it just assumed that I knew how to get to the patchwork area, and I did not, because I hadn't read the book. So yeah. And the book is not really clear. Even when they give you some instructions, it's not very, very clear. I'm just letting you know. Hi, Cynthia Shade. Darcy is reminding you guys to please check and see if you've hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. Lana Dean is here. Welcome. And I think I'm done with the chat. So, yeah. Let's talk about what all I got going on. Today, I went and got my hair retwisted. You can see my scalp. That only happens for like 5 days. And then the rest of the time I'm like kind of dissatisfied because I'm not used to my hair. I'm used to my hair being twisted, not palm rolled. Yeah, so I'm used to my hair being twisted where it stays. And palm rolling is a whole different beast. So, what else? Oh, and then today was Paige's vet appointment. So, $500 later, need to do some more tests. It's gonna cost another $300 to run the other blood work that we need done. But it ended up that I was concerned because Paige has this cough, and they said it could be 3 things, and it ended up being possibly 2 of them. One is small dogs develop, I forget what they call it, so I'm not even gonna try, but they can develop a thing where they're the throat area collapses on itself, and so then it causes a coughing thing because they're trying to breathe or whatever. Or it could be the other 2 things we're dealing with: a heart murmur, and a heart something else, something with the valve. Anyway, ends up that Paige has some issues with her heart. So they wanted to put her on heart medication, but once I put her on heart medication, I can never take her off. And then the other thing is heart medication have certain side effects. Well, they tried like 6 or 7 times to draw blood from her because they really wanted the money for the blood work, but they couldn't get any blood. And so I'm going to have to take Paige back to the vet next Thursday. And then she's on medicine, pain meds for her arthritis, and they recommended that I give her that medicine a few hours before I bring her to the vet, and then maybe she'll be sleepy, and then they can maybe get the blood. So they couldn't get her, thank you, Sue, a collapsed esophagus, something like that. But they called it something different. But that's basically what it is. So yeah, so $500, still don't know. We know what's wrong with her now, at least. and then have to figure out if I want. There's like 3 different medications that I could put her on. The one that she'll probably need based on the blood work, which is what we're trying to wait on, because they would have, of course, put her on the heart medicine today because they would be happy to take my money. But I'm not happy for them to take my money, put her on a medication that could cause issues with her kidneys or her lungs if she's already got issues with her kidneys and lungs. And the only way they can find out if she's got issues with her kidneys or lungs is for them to do the blood work. Well, they couldn't get blood. So she got all of her shots. They said she was doing good. I explained the whole situation on why we're there. And got all of her shots, her physical. We just couldn't get the blood work done, and couldn't put her. I wouldn't let them put her on heart medication. So she's on 2 medications, one for arthritis pain, and this other one's not really medication. It's just for Teaquilts, tick, fleas, and whatever else. It's like a 3-part thing that you give them once a month. So that I don't really consider that medication, even though it is. I guess it's like a preventive. It's like a vaccine every month to me. So I don't consider that one medication. So page is 14, Sue. Thank you, Lana. And Sue says that she would personally use a harness and not a collar. The only problem is that we determined, and I'm not sure, Sue, you work with dogs. We determined that she has, and I need a collar to take her to the groomer. But I did end up buying her a winter coat because I asked them, it's like it's getting cold at night. It's really, really cold, and I'm concerned about her age. And they said, yeah, you should probably put something on her when she's going out in the winter. So we got her an outdoor coat that has a harness on it. But then as she was doing Paige physical stuff, checking her ligaments and stuff, she found that we didn't know that Paige had some pain in the hump part of her back. And every time she touched it, Paige would move. So apparently she's got some arthritis in the top part of her back, which is where the harness would be. And I'm not sure if it's safe. I did not ask her that because, well, I got the harness after we left her. I wasn't thinking. I should have asked. But we basically bought that for a winter coat because when she's home, she never has a collar on. She only has her collar on to go to the groomer once a month and whenever we take her to the vet. That's the only time she has. And her collar is really, really loose. Her collar is so loose that she could take her head out if she wants to, but Paige won't do that because she's just not that type of dog. But I got her collar very loose, Sue. Hi, Damali J. So yeah, okay. So I didn't get home till after 5. I had to make the live and then get me something to eat. So I asked them how long do Shih Tzus live, and she said it could be up to 20 years. But she says you just never know. And then with me, if I'm putting her on medication, you don't never know how bad the heart is unless you're doing a cardiogram or something and x-rays. And so of course they wanted more money for that, and I wasn't willing to pay for x-rays and take her to a cardiologist so that they could do like an ultrasound is what they wanted. And so I wasn't sure about that. You can hear the heart murmur, you can see it if we do the blood work. So I want them to do the blood work to confirm, even though I know she's a doctor, a veterinary. And I just want to make sure before, because once I put her on this heart medication, I can never take her off. So I just want to make sure. Is it worse when the seasons? Well, that's the thing. I don't know, because we just only had her for a month. She came here sick, and we already saw that cough when she came here, and it was hot outside. And so she's doing a lot of coughing now, so it's bad. And she also has sinus issues. She sneezes a lot. And I asked them, do dogs have allergies? And she said, yeah. So I want to do blood work to verify that she has if they couldn't get the blood work. I was willing to pay for that today. That would have been the other $300 that we'll have to pay later. And then, of course, pay for the heart medication if we decide to put her on it. But yeah, I just want to make sure that she's not in pain. That's the main thing I want to do, is just make sure that she's not in pain. So she's got her right back paw. It's the one that we knew had arthritis in it. It started last year, but we did not know that she had arthritis in her upper back. And so there are times when I'm picking her up to take her out the car that she's kind of like scooching back. And I'm trying to pick her up under her belly, and I might need to pick her up front to back or something. Where I've got her front and back and just not her in between the middle, just to get her out the car, because she no longer jumps out the car anymore as she's aged. She wants to be taken out. She won't jump. Although she got so tired of the doctor and her assistant that she jumped off the table into my lap. I said, thank you, Jesus. They got these tables close to the chairs. Because she has never jumped off of anything. So yeah. So I'll do that. So the rest of this week, tomorrow I got to do some stuff. I got to pull quilts and stuff because I'm going to be at a book signing at the History Museum tomorrow. I'm just going to be displaying some quilts that I've made. I'm not going to sell anything. I had the option of selling, but I don't know in an hour and a half how many quilts I would sell. I don't know many people that would drop, say, $800 on a quilt just without thinking about it. If you really want it, they can contact me later and get it. I'm just going to hand out business cards, I think. So I got, that's going to be almost all day because I got to make the business cards I'm going to drop, because I haven't had business cards since 2000. And I don't want to give them my business card that has all of my information on it. So I'm just going to make some real quick because I didn't have time to order. What else? Then the History Museum, and it's until like 7 p.m. And then there's a line dancing event this week. My old group is hosting. They always have their line dance party the first week in November. And that was one of the reasons why I quit line dancing, was because I want to go to Houston. And so this party that I was helping to coordinate back in the day was always preventing me from going to Houston. So that party is this weekend, but I plan to just drop into the party. I know very limited line dances, but if they play something I know, I'll dance it. If not, I'll just talk to people. And that's all weekend, except that Saturday is also the documentary for the Threads That Bind. And so I need to be there early. It starts at 12, but we're going to be there at 10 for a 10:30 opening in case people want to come meet the quilters. We're just going to be showing a couple of our pieces of work at the Threads That Bind documentary. So if you're in the St. Louis area and you haven't gotten a ticket, you can try to go to the St. Louis City Public Library. It is at the Central Library downtown at noon on Saturday. Again, we'll be there at 10:30 just to talk to the people if they want to meet the quilters in the Threads That Bind documentary. Thank you. Yolanda says, I'm so sorry to hear about Paige. And Sue says, I know it sounds weird, but chiropractic care might help her. Okay. That's almost on my little heart down here on the phone. I don't know. I didn't get myself situated. I'm using my real phone because nothing in here is charged. Okay. Betsy says, they have a hard time getting I can't see. Let me put some garbage in here so that this can go down. Okay, getting Jenny's blood too. Good luck to Paige. Okay, so that's where we are, and I have to decide, for something that we were not planning to have, how much money am I willing to put into all of this? And so, like I said, I'm 500 in a hole. It'll be 300 plus whatever medication costs for a heart, and I'm sure that it's going to be expensive. You have to give it to him twice a day. Her arthritis med she gets twice a day. But I'm gonna start it just once a day because they said it's gonna make her sleepy, so I'm gonna give it to her tonight. But yeah, so it's a lot. I mean, my husband and I both, we had headaches when we walked out of that vet office. It's like, oh my gosh. Woo wee. And Zondra's asking me, have I looked into insurance? The thing is, I'm not sure if for Paige, I'm not sure if I can even get insurance now that she's been diagnosed either. So I don't know, but I have not looked into insurance because, like I said, I've only had this dog a month, and this is all new to us. I should have gotten insurance between the month when I first got her and before I took her to the vet today, because now I know what her diagnosis is, sort of, kind of, by the doctor listening, although we have no blood work to verify. But I'm sure that they can hear, any doctor knows when somebody's heart has a murmur. Oh, Helena's going on yearly cruising from November the 10th to the 16th. Girl, have fun. That's a long time. December 16th. Ooh, that's over a month. Ooh wee. And Minnie says her dog has glaucoma. They did say that she's like developing cataracts, that there's like a film over her eyes. But she can still see, she can hear, so I'm not worried about that. They did say her teeth were bad, so I'm not worried about that. I think we need to first worry about the heart at this point. Yep. Helena said last time she took her dog to the vet, it cost her $800. That's what we was gonna spend today. It was gonna be like $790 something, but they couldn't draw the blood. They just drew enough blood that they got a small needle and was able to get a little bit because she wouldn't move with the small needle. They were able to do heartworm tests. That's the only test that they could do. Okay, and Zandra says there are some pet insurance companies that will still insure her. So yeah, so all of this is new. It's a mess. Was not planning on even having a dog. So I already spent probably $500 in just pet supplies, period. By the time you buy bed, food, shampoo, mitts, because she's a Shih Tzu, so she's got to be brushed. I got a brush as well for when I wash her. And what I need now is some scissors. I learned that today for myself because I thought I had been brushing her really good. Well, apparently I've been missing a couple spots on her ear. Her hair is long there, so it's been touching the ground when she goes outside. So I got a little matting on her ear. So I got to go back to the store and just get some kid scissors. I don't want to do anything major, just something that will cut the hair. So Is she a rescue? No, this is my grand dog that's now my dog. So we're the parents now. No longer grandparents to the dog. Francis says, T, that's the longest stitching label. That's what I was laughing at. What all do you have on it? All the important information. I told you all also that this machine stitched slower than any other one too. But it has a lot of text on here. It has 20,000 stitches is on this label. 20,000 stitches. And I got a lot of stuff to clean up. But I'll worry about that later. Brush didn't go through with a metal course. I got the brush that has the dots on the end. But she's saying I need a metal brush, a metal comb, or a metal comb, not a brush. Okay, then a coarse metal comb. I don't have a comb. So it's like I went to the store and bought so much stuff on the first day we got her, we were clueless. We brought her home not even knowing that she was sick. And we were dealing with diarrhea and vomit for 5 days. And then the good thing was we got her Saturday. And on Monday, she had a grooming appointment. So I took her to the grooming appointment. And then we've been dealing with stuff. And she's healthy now, but she's just an older dog, you know. She's just an old girl. So, yeah. So I'm trying to she has another grooming appointment this Monday coming up. And so I'm just trying to make sure that I don't let her get mad in between grooming appointments. And Sue says, don't buy anything else. I can fix you up. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's a lot of money. And then all of this is within a month. You know, a little over a month now. I can't remember. I think we got her October 3rd. Can't remember exactly. But, yeah. So, she got a lot of issues. The least I'm worried about right now is her dental hygiene. I am going to go get some dentist sticks, so she at least have those. That's what I do need to get. So I need to get dentist sticks. But I got her food. We had to buy more food today, so the bag that we buy lasted her a month. And then we do buy some soft food, and that's how they're recommending that we get her the medications that she's got to take. Because Paige is smart. She picks through her food and eats what she likes first, and then as a last resort, she'll eat the rest. She's a very picky dog. So it's a lot. It's almost done. It's 8:05. I just wanted to take this out of here. It's got to do the last name, 6 letters. I know we're at 8:05. But I just want to make sure that I get this out, and then it'll be done. And I'm not going to take it out of the hoop because I'm going to trim all of the threads while it's in the hoop, because while it's in the hoop stiff, it's a lot easier. And I can use these scissors to get up under all the little bitty places. And I need to increase. I can't remember what I set it at, like 1/4 of an inch. To cut the thread, but it's cutting more frequently. It's cutting more frequently than I would like. So I'm gonna have to increase that. Sue talking about can't do that. These are not left-handed scissors. And I'm just buying some kid scissors. They're not gonna be left-handed because my husband will be using them too. So they won't be left-handed. It's just we don't have a whole lot of hair to cut. Like I said, she goes to the groomer every month anyway. I've been paying for that for years. So I just want to, in between groomings, I just don't want her to be looking raggedy or taking her to the groomer with matted hair spots. I don't like that. So yeah, I'm not just going to buy some cheapos. I'll probably go to the Dollar Tree and get some. That's what I forgot to get when we were out today. But we got everything else. Last letter here is being stitched out. All right. Then, says raise the presser foot. Okay. And we got to unlock that way. Lift up. Bring it out. Raise higher. All right. So I'm not going to take it out the frame because I like trimming in the hoop. So there. You can't read it probably because it's backwards, I'm assuming. Because everything is backwards on here because of YouTube. So I'll read it to you. I'm trying to see if I can read my shirt. Nope, my shirt is backwards. Forever Young is the lady name. I give them the option of naming their quilt. She named it Forever Young. Made in memory of my daughter, Michelle Jacobs Glover. I added everything else. Commissioned 2 Teaquilts by Diane Jacobs, the mom, November 2025. So that is what's on the label. I make sure that all the pertinent information is there. Now, I normally will put like St. Louis, Missouri, Teaquilt, St. Louis, Missouri, but I took the St. Louis part off. And, oh, she's saying that I have an extra I can send you. Yes, it's stitched out really nice. I just got to go in here and clip all of these threads from me putting that thread cutter on here. If not, I would have just had jump stitches to cut, but I got a lot more to cut. But it did. Sometimes I'm kind of torn in between having the jump stitches on ladders because it's so small. Sometimes you can't get into them. Then you cut it, and then you got this color ball of thread that's just sticking up in the air because you can only cut so close. And when you have a lot of ladders, which this was 20,000 stitches of ladders, I ain't got time to be burning all of that. So I just sometimes will leave the jump stitches, only cut them like in between my spaces of words. So I'm going to go and increase that so that it doesn't do that again. People said it's stitched out nicely. Oh, Sue says I have extra I can send you. Also, okay, if you want to send it to me, Sue, that's fine. Vivian says beautiful work, and Joe Carmel says looks great. I told my husband we got to make up a dog box now where we can put all the dog supplies because we got the dog towel and to help dry him quicker or dry her quicker. I don't know why I said him. Dry her quicker. Got all the supplies, the gloves, the brushes. I can't remember what all we got. We had to buy the collar, the leash, all the things. So yeah. And then I guess we can put medicine. We can just put what regular in the kitchen when we feed her, because that's when we're gonna give her the medicines when we're feeding her. So I guess that can stay in with her food, but it's a lot. And we're overwhelmed today. So yeah, thank you. Joe Carmel says look great, and so is Vivian says it's stitched out nicely. So I'm just going to go through there and cut all of those connecting stitches. I think the machine is worth its price point. I think the machine probably is more than worth its price point, even at $2,500. I think this is a great machine for stitching and quilting. I don't know if my husband just went outside or if somebody else is at my front door. Oh, that was my daughter. Okay. She come to pick up a tie that she had my husband sign. Okay. Because I'm like, my door is going off. But yeah. So I think it's a great machine for the price point, especially. Yeah. The only thing that's missing is it's got a space here for the knee lift, and I have a feeling that if I punch the hole through, it's going to be a hole on my machine. But I have a feeling that it's a knee lift. You know how some models, they might charge you more if you invoke the knee lift. Like if I look at the special edition, I bet it probably has a knee lift. And not the special edition, the limited edition, I think is what they call it on Janome, because this is the special edition that came with both hoops. I think if I went on there and saw the limited edition, it might have a knee lift. But it's got the space like where the knee lift would go, but there is no knee lift there. So that's pretty funny. But yeah. So I'm going to get off of here Saturday. I am not going to commit to a live on Saturday because of the line dance party Saturday night, along with me being busy Saturday during the afternoon. I don't think I'm going to be at the line dance party. I think it goes to midnight. I don't think I'm going to be there to midnight, but I doubt if I'm going to be back home by 8 if it starts at 7. So I just don't want to commit to that. So Saturday might be a day where we do not have a live sewing chat. So, and I will come back for sure next week with my Bernina up. I just wanted to figure out, I need to know all these things before I go to a retreat, trying to do stuff at retreat and don't know what the heck I'm doing. And then I'm at retreat and not at home where I can fix it. So I've been trying to make sure that I knew enough about this machine before I put it in a case, because it's going in a case because it's now my travel machine. And put my Bernina up, and we're going to be back on Bernie next Wednesday, whatever we're doing. We'll have Bernie up here styling and profiling. So that's going to be it, everyone. Lana, I did go into the stitches and cut the jump stitches, and that's the problem. When it cuts the jump stitches, it leaves a very long tail, and that's what you're seeing is the very long tails. And so I wasn't expecting that. When it jump stitch over here, it pulls it to the back. It's not a long tail that's left. On this Janome, it's pretty long, and I didn't even look at the back to see, no, because nothing's pulled to the back because it's all sitting up here in the front. So that's the problem. I need to increase my jump stitch. I set it at a 1/4 inch. I need to increase it to at least a 1/2 inch so that in between letters it will not break it won't break the thread, lock it, and then go to the next place. Every time it locked and went to the next place, I got a tail about this long, and it's been stitched over. So the tail is about this long that's on top. And then if it's stitching letters, it's got the potential of stitching over the threads, which I have a few of. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm really happy with that. But I've got about 4 tails, and I probably got to go dig into some stitching to get some of the thread out. So that's what's going on with that. Question about your doggy. Is he a rescue? Did you know about the... No, this is not a rescue dog. I think I've already mentioned that. It's my grand dog. Paige has been around for 14 years. It's just that she has not been over here in a while. At least over a year, at least, for sure. And if not, you probably have some financial recourse to help so dog doesn't suffer. Okay. I think I'm doing all I can within a month. I had to wait a whole month to even get a doctor's appointment for them to tell me that today. I think I'm doing good. We need blood work because if her kidneys are bad, and or her lungs are bad, and they give her this heart medication without me having the blood work that they couldn't do today that I was planning to pay for, I think seeing you've missed a lot of this talk, because I think I've covered all of this, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not abusing a dog. If they give her the medication and she also has kidney and lung problems, that could kill her based on damaging her kidneys even more if she already has damaged kidneys. And then once I put her on this heart medication, she needs to go every 6 months for more blood work to make sure that her levels stay the same and that the medication that they're going to put her on is not damaging her kidneys and or lungs. So let me make sure I answer all your questions. The reason she doesn't have the blood work done is because they couldn't draw blood from her. So they're going to try again next Thursday. We're going to try this again. Many local humane society have special funds set aside to help when there's a large, expensive medical procedure like an ultrasound. This is required in order to properly diagnose the dog. And I understand what you're saying, but I don't have $900 to pay for an ultrasound. I have a feeling that no matter what, we go in there, they're going to check my husband and my income, and we're not going to qualify for anything. So I did not sign up to officially have a dog. I'm doing the best I can with what I'm working with, and I probably will not. I'm going to tell you right now, I will not probably pay for a dog ultrasound. I probably will not pay for x-rays. I feel like a veterinarian can hear a heart murmur, and if the blood work comes back and also confirms, that's what I'm going to do. I will put her on heart medication because I don't want her to be in pain. And then some of her pain will be, I don't think, no, necessarily if she's in pain from the heart part, her heart murmur. She's in pain from her arthritis. And that's what I have medication for. So she'll already be on some pain medication anyway. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm real clear about this. And no, I did not sign up for a dog. I did not go get a rescue. This was kind of just placed in my lap from, can you watch this dog overnight or tonight? That was the question. Can you watch this dog tonight? And we've had this dog tonight for over 30 days. And then Sue also says, unfortunately, age maybe, and that's the truth, because she says on the small dogs anyway that this also, the collapsed lung thing can happen anyway. So, yeah, not collapsed lung, the collapse, well, her esophagus could collapse or whatever on small dogs. And my sister's dog is going through that. So I'm just hoping that the medication helps. The pain medication that we're giving her for arthritis is going to help with that. The heart stuff is going to be treating the heart murmur that she has. And it's not necessarily a pain medication. So the pain medication is going to come from what she's going to be taking for arthritis. So I did not know. She wasn't showing any visible signs of the arthritis other than instead of her coming up the steps straight, she would turn to the side and come up so that her left leg was leading. But she didn't appear to be in any pain. And when she was touching various parts of her body, that's when she realized that she also had some in her upper back. So now that we know that, we know to be careful in that area, especially when we're cleaning. And I'll make sure that I tell that to the groomer as well. So I feel I'm doing the best that I can with what what was placed into my lap. You know, I'm doing the best I can. And as I said, financial recourse, I've spent $500 today. It would have been $800, but they couldn't draw the blood, so it'll be another $300 next Thursday, and then whatever that heart medicine gonna cost. And I have a feeling it's not gonna be cheap. That she's gonna have to take twice a day for the rest of her life. So yeah, some things I can't worry about her dentures at this point. I'm trying to worry about her heart at this point and her pain management. So, yeah. Okay. And I can check and see if the Humane Society is willing to do something. So I appreciate that, CN. I just didn't want somebody to think or misunderstand that I'm not doing my due diligence with Paige, because I love the dog. And so, yeah, I've already forked in a lot of money and still will be forking in a lot of money that I had no idea that this dog was going to cost this much. So that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone, and quilt out. See you next Wednesday for sure. I will be in the Zoom meeting for the Scrap Quilting Club on Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure it's Central Standard Time, guys. I've been having people coming in at different times. See you all then. Oops.